Zamfara State, to you, the provost of this great college, and also to all management of the college. We've come today in order to introduce ourselves to our colleagues. We are all in the business of education. So we want to introduce ourselves, we want to get to know our colleagues, and we also want our colleagues to know us. Just like sir, the state governor and the government in Zamfara, we are doing everything possible to change the narrative about education in Zamfara State. All hands are on deck to make sure that we have serious improvement in the educational sector of the state. And as you know, the scholarship board is established in order to give support, financial support to the students of the state. We all know the economic situation that we found out. So not only in Zamfara, I'm sure in Sokoto and all over the country, the economic situation is hard. So that's why it's important that our students, whatever support they can get, would appreciate. Also the parents, all parents are struggling, to support their families. So that's why His Excellency thought it suitable that we start this familiarization and visitation tour in order to ascertain, data concerning our students. In the coming weeks and months, the intention is to roll out scholarships and bursaries for our students. We won't be able to do that effectively if we don't come round to get concrete data from the institutions that they're schooling. So that's why we've come to get your cooperation and your support so that we can get that information. Last year, we were able to get some online data, but of course, we know that is not sufficient in terms of getting it accurate. The idea is to ensure that we do not leave any of our students behind, no matter where they are studying in this country. So that's why we're going around. After this, we also intend to meet with the ESCO members of our student. That's the Zamfara State Student Association. Yes, we have their president here with us because we think that is important in order to be on the same page. We've come to management and also would meet with the student ESCO so that at least they can also know the processes and what we are trying to achieve. This process is a continuous one because the students come and they go all the time, so the data has to keep revolving and we have to keep updating. So that's why this relationship is a long-term one, and we hope that you would be. We know he's already a very gentle provost. We know that already. So, but we know that you are also going to give us the necessary support that we need. So, thank you so much, sir, for welcoming us to your college. We look forward to having better and good relationship as we move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Major stakeholders as far as the education is concerned here in Sokoto, especially SSCO Sokoto. We used to have the largest number of students from Zamfara, but because of issues of this insecurity and the others, we don't even have we have less than 100 students now from Zamfara. There used to be the highest number in our hostels. Now we have the hostels, well equipped, new ones and the renovated ones, but no students. So yesterday, the Zamfara State School were in my office. I told them the data I got was just 96 students. They said, no, there are more than 96. I said, no, that's what we have in the system, registered. Because some of them thought maybe they are clever. They will go and pay for indigent. They get Sokoto indigent. They will register as indigents. Now they want to claim Zamfara, and we don't have them in our database. We only have 96, and those we have in the database are the recognized students we have, but excluding new admission, newly admitted students. No NC1, no UG1, and some UG2, because some people used to get direct entry. Yes, so there is no UG1, no NC1. But this, the list is with the provost, and I believe when you meet with them, they will explain further. Yes. What was that?
That is a pioneer tertiary institution, not only in northwest Nigeria, but in northern Nigeria. It was established on 14th October 1970, around 54 years ago now. So, as mentioned by my Dean Student Affairs, when we heard you are coming, we appreciated the effort of the state and also the scholarship board organization, because Zamfara State, we are the same, as well as Kebbi State. When we did our NCE here, all our friends, even right now, are from Kebbi and from Zamfara State. Not long ago, just about 10 days to 2 weeks ago, one of our classmates from Zamfara State, Dr. Abdullah Muhammad Dogon Kade, who has traveled to a country called Bibidli. He was on his scholarship studies, that is postdoctoral, from College of Education, Baru. He opened a group for science students of 1991 graduates from SSCOE, and we were now discussing our school days. So actually, we were happy with your coming. We know your coming is going to ignite another relationship between Sokoto State student and also Sokoto State government, in particular, not only SSCOE Sokoto. Shehu Shagari, as it has been known, it has graduated so many personnel, ranging from governors, senators, members of House of Representatives, permanent secretaries, and so on and so forth. We are proud with. So, by having your presence here, we know you are going to equally put another support to the students who are here from Zamfara State.
Sure.
Their mind is going to be mindseted, inshallah. So we in the college, we take everyone as our child. So that is why our effort for the last 2 years was geared toward ensuring students get where they can sit, where they can sleep, where they can learn, and where they can do everything with ease, without any problem. So as mentioned by the Dean, hostel for the male students, we don't have any problem there right now. For long, we have some problems. But the present government has done a lot in ensuring that we provide a very good, conducive living environment for the students. There's only one hall which is now on rehabilitation, but all others were rehabilitated and new ones were constructed. For the female student, they are on. Right now, we have about 5 halls being renovated by the state government, apart from those that has been renovated last year by Ted Fund. So we don't have a problem there. So any student or any parent who wishes his child to be here, we can accommodate them, inshallah. So any necessary support you need, the college is ready to give you. So that is why we have prepared your needs before your arrival. Yes. So I have instructed the dean, whatever you requested, he should try and make sure we have met your demands. So you are welcome. Yes.
I've been following your status.
Yes.
Anywhere you move, from Safe down to Maru down. I'm seeing your pictures. I said, okay, let me get myself ready.
I don't want to be fired. You know, our governor is around, and that's what is obtainable virtually in all these institutions.
Yes.
There's an issue, there's a problem, and of course, if we go back at the front burner of my report is to state clearly we need to do something about this reduction in the number of students. Of course, there are so many factors. In Zamfara, they have FUG now. They have the state university. They have other fine. That may be, but that's not totally the reason. It's very possible that it's economical. That so, and that's why we are all happy about this issue of scholarship and bursaries. That would encourage students. And of course, just like the provost said, if you are in an environment you have good accommodation, and the government supports you with bursary and scholarship, that's all students need. That one, that's all they need: shelter over their heads, and then at least they have some pocket money, school fees is paid and all that. But inshallah, I know moving forward we'll see a lot of changes. So I really appreciate the provost. Thank you so much. We've learned lesson in being humble, because I know if I was the one, I'm going to give everybody a query for for allowing me to come and stand, and I'm not giving recognition. So thank you so much, sir. We appreciate we appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. We also intend to have a brief meeting with our students.
No problem.
We'll just meet the ESCO, just meet them briefly. We are actually on our way to Kebbi from here. We'll get to Kebbi this evening, also do the same thing tomorrow. Inshallah, we turn around. If it's changing, and inshallah it will continue to change, such that one day in this country, when they are counting states that are educationally advanced, Zamfara State will be number one. That is our goal. So the scholarship board, of course, is established to give financial support to our students. We all know the economic hardship that we are facing in Zamfara, not only in Zamfara, in Sokoto and all other states in the country. But if students are supported and their parents are supported in terms of their educational advancement, we know we would have changes, right? So in the coming weeks and months, we plan on rolling out scholarships and also bursaries to our students. The idea is to engage all the students and make sure that no student is left behind. We are moving along with Fazam's president. The idea is for him to trickle down the information to the ESCO. We expect ESCO to trickle down information to their fellow students. So we also see each other as stakeholders, as partners in this, because when you're talking about education, it's supposed to be a collective thing, right? Because we know you people are the future of the state. And as future of the state, it's very important for all of you to be carried along, so that eventually we can achieve the goal. And I'm open to receive questions, observations, suggestions, if you like. But like I'd always say, please don't ask me anything outside of scholarship, because that's the only thing I know. Right? So the president is here. Yes. So please let's start with you.
As 5 months that we pass that we see on the line, some of us they feel with some of them didn't have, because they are in the village area, as they didn't have the service they have seen the team. So we are thanking you, man. So we are board members. So the thing that we are asking now, many of us are not admitted. For here, we have NC1, we have NC2, we have UG1, we have UG2. So many of us, up to now, they didn't receive their offer from the school. So they used to come to us, say the scholarship says they will just only come to the school to where are they? Because they didn't have the offer for the school. But they didn't give them. So what are you going to say for that, those people that have that? Well, okay.
So they didn't get offer of admission.
Admission letter.
Okay, why?
So the school I don't say didn't give most of them.
Is it because they are not qualified? What's the reason for them?
They said just admission.
They are qualified.
But
They received the offer, but they didn't pay the registration. That's why.
okay, so it's a financial issue. Okay, so
It's not in the.
yeah, so you see that's the issue, you know. Normally you can only be fully registered and taken into the database of a school when you've paid your registration and you've concluded the process. Normally that's what happens. But the fact that you were given admission letter and you've not come to register, that you are not yet a student. That's what it means. You are only a student when you've come to do your registration, you've paid your school fees and all that. I know the economic situation is bad, right? And of course, in several places that we've been to, is the same story. In fact, the last school we're coming from, we're told that a lot of these students can't afford it. So even when they get the admission, they go away because they can't afford it. Yes, they abandon the program and they go away. So that's why, you know, we are advocating for this process now. And you people as students also would have to assist us in every way possible so that we ensure that so many intelligent students that should be in school, they can't be because of lack of finances to support their education. We are writing reports after this tour, and honestly would make sure we emphasize in our report these observations that students are making, and even the lecturers and the management of various higher institutions are making. We would make sure that we put those at the forefront so that by the time we submit the report to His Excellency, something needs to be done, especially for our students. It's really unfortunate. I've taught for over 20 years. My background is in education. I was a lecturer in Ahmadu Bello University before I was appointed. So I see these things all the time. I was HOD for 5 years. I was the director of a center for 6 years. So I know what to do. In fact, there are some times that we'll have to donate money as staff of the department for our students to be able to register. We'll take out of our pockets to pay because it's very difficult. The economic situation is really, really hard. You find students that come to school, they are looking for something to do just to feed themselves. So we know all that. So please, we are all partners in this, and we need to find a way of assisting those students. They will have to, you know, you can't blame the institution. We can't blame them because that's what is obtainable. Of course, there are some. We went to Moru, right? The provost in Moru was telling us that they normally used to take them like that. They will take them like that, and then they pay. Even some of them after they've graduated, after they finish, right? But they won't give them the certificate unless they pay. Because that's the only way to get them to come to school. But of course, it's not all the institutions that will be able to do that. Some institutions can't afford to do it. Otherwise, the school will collapse. If they don't pay school fees, there's no how you can run the school. But we will keep pleading, and you know, we've seen the provost, and the provost is a very kind person from what I've seen. So we'll also see how we can find a way of supporting them so that they can support us in terms of our of our students, so that at least they can get the opportunity. Most of us are here now. Honestly speaking, there are a lot of us that are not here just because they can't afford it. They are more intelligent than us. They are more active than us, but the financial support is not there.
Even some of us that are staying in the hostel, some of them have not paid. They are staying there. For the time being, we'll be giving us excuses, and we know the situation. Sometimes we'll pay for first semester. When they come back for the second semester, we say they don't have money. Instead of them to pay per session, we now divide it into two. You pay first semester. When you come back, you pay second semester.
It's the financial situation.